Hello everybody, it's Steven. I know I talk mostly about Hive games because I have a Hive account and I've been playing mostly those, but I'm trying to branch out into some other games, and recently a friend of mine told me about Gala games. So this is an interesting platform because it seems to have some more professional game designers behind it. They're going to be releasing multiple games on here. The first one is out. So this might be a time to look into this project if you're someone who likes to play games to earn crypto. It's not easy to earn crypto right now by doing anything else than referring people into the games or becoming very, very good at the one game that they have. I haven't earned anything playing this game yet, so I'm not going to say it's a big cash grab, but if you like this type of game I'm going to show you and you're interested into seeing what other games are coming out, it might be worth it for you to come check out the platform. It doesn't cost anything to play the game other than your time, and it's a fun little wallet. So when you first log into Gala, you do have a full wallet here that supports some of your major cryptocurrencies. I'm sure they'll add other currencies later. But right now they support their Gala coin. This box coin is one that has to do with the game. They have Bitcoin and Ethereum here. And then when you go to the games, these are items that you can buy outside of the game that lets you build bots that do things in the game. So you can buy these items, you can create this bot, and then this bot, he works in the game to make your town even better. So this is the kind of stuff you might need if you want to be one of the top players, is you have to create the bots. They have also, this would be if you look into the platform and you really have it and you have some extra money, you can run a node on the game. These aren't cheap, but if you run a node, then you'll be getting the coins for the games. I'm not going to go into this a lot right now. If you guys want, let me know, and maybe I'll make another video about the nodes because I want to more just take a look at the game today. So from here, you can launch the game from right here or from up in the banner. So we'll hit play now. It's going to load the game. They're calling it sandbox games. I don't know if it's built on the crypto sandbox or that's just something that they call. So we're going to take a look at my town. I've been playing the game for a little while, so I'm just going to mute those. Sorry, came up in my ears. I know you didn't hear it, but it's pretty loud for me. So getting back to it. So this game is basically a mix between Farmville, is maybe Tycoon, a Roller Coaster Tycoon, those type of games, right? You build a farm. You have to build houses for workers. You have to build power plants to get power. Right here, I'm building. You need wells all over the place if you're like me. I picked the plains, so I'm farming. I have 2 milk farms, 2 sheep farms, 2 chicken farms. That's where the main amount of my income comes from. And I also have 3 mills that are making flour. So that's kind of what I'm doing. You can go a lot of different ways with the game. You can make a lot of different things. If I click on a land here, I can show you kind of the shop. So here's your farm. This is pretty much the stuff you start with. You start by planting crops, collecting the crops. You have to get enough crops, and then you can sell them. Then you can go into the ranch if you so desire. You don't have to go into the ranch, but it's a little easier to go from farm to ranch. It really depends on where you are, though. You might go straight into the industrial zone if you don't pick the plains area where you have the ground is just naturally food for the animals, which makes it a little bit easier. If you pick the mountains or the forest, then you might want to come straight over here and instead get into like iron mining and making iron and things like that, pumping for oil to make your money. It's a really simple game, so I need to make a little bit more items here, and I'll be able to sell something to show you how that goes. So you're going to start out, some of the tips I'll give you for the game if you decide to come play it. If you pick a land with a beach or it has a lot of lakes, these lakes I bought, so you might have bigger lakes on your property if you're up in the mountains. If you put crops next to water, they automatically get a little bit of water. So this plant needs to be watered 7 times to grow, but since it has 3 lakes next to it, it starts out at 6 out of 7. It gets 2 for each lake. If you have them over here, they start out at 4 next to the, this is a giant lake on the map. I'll show you in a moment. So I have this one row, and since wheat only needs a little bit of water to grow, these 5 wheats that I have here by the ocean, they grow all by themselves. They never need to be watered. So that's kind of a trick that you can use early on in the game, is to make sure that you put any new crops next to water. The crops are cheap. You can destroy them and replant them for almost no loss, so it's not a big deal. It's a little bit of a loss, but you can make the money back really quickly later on in the game. So you can easily just put them here, farm up a whole bunch of them, and then destroy them and build in other things. Windmills work faster if they're near a coastline. I don't know the exact rhyme or reason to that, because I've had some over there. I've gotten rid of a lot of my windmills because I now have a power plant, but they work better by the coastline. They'll charge up faster. It makes some sense. The other thing that you need to know is if you have what's called pasture land. Let's see if I can find one right here. See this? It automatically turns into food, and then the trees automatically regrow. The shrubs are just nothing, so you want to destroy those. And these are the areas you want to build your farms if you can. You don't want to build and lose one of your pasture spots or one of your trees. Trees are extremely expensive to remove too. Eventually, you might have to do that later on because the farms are better than these trees. The farms grow quicker. But you never, you want to start off by destroying these. So my next farm will go somewhere over here. When my third one, when I want to set up another milk farm, I'll destroy some of this stuff and then I'll build it over here. But the idea of this game is you start off very small, you build your city up. They have rounds. There's 34 hours left in this round. Whoever finishes in the top for the round wins. Now the one thing wins Gala, the Gala token. So you got to finish in the top 10. It's my first time playing the game, and I'm 1,300 with a day left. I'm 131. And I'm brand new. The game doesn't have a lot of people putting a lot of time into it. It doesn't look like. It doesn't, unlike some other games like this, it does not play when your computer's asleep or when you're offline. So you actually have to have this like running on the side of your computer to have your town keep growing. So that's why I wasn't able to do it. You'll start off, if you're brand new, you'll start off with a guy over here that sells your items by driving away. Since I have leveled up and got one of these, I use the boat because the boat sells things faster. So the cars take like a minute. The cars take 2 minutes round trip, a little over 2. This guy only takes 1 minute and 8 seconds. So he's in and out a lot quicker. So I got rid of the car driver for now. If my town gets big enough, I might put a second boat. So to sell things, you have to have 10. So that's something to make sure you're being careful of. You don't want to run out of money and be down to and only have 9 items because you won't be able to sell them. You'll have to then sell some of your buildings to get your workers working again. And then you'll get your 10th and then you'll be able to sell. Wool is a pretty big one. You get 45,000 for 10 of those. Flour, which you can make pretty early, is not bad. It's 22,000, but it does take a lot of stuff to make flour. Eggs are a little bit easier early in the game, but they only make 16,000. Feed is even easier to make. It's just the wheat, but well, that went away because my animals eat the feed. But you can make feed with no animals and just sell it, and it's like 4,000 or something like that. You don't want to sell your gas. Gas is like the one thing you have to do eventually is get crude oil and refineries going to get gas, or you can't sell your items. So make sure that eventually you work towards a way of making fuel. You can make it. It's just something you have to manage. So I'm going to go ahead and just click the little sell button. You use 1 glass. The boat loads up, it takes off, the timer starts here, and in a minute he'll come back and I'll get $40,000. As you can see, this right here is my workers, what I have to pay them. So this number is constantly going down into here, and then I sell my goods, I get more money. Once I get enough money, I can build a new building. The whole thing I'm not going to go into too much, but I wanted to just show you a little bit here how it would work. I mean, in general, if you wanted to build something, you would just click the land you want to build it on, go to the shop, pick the thing you want to build. Your builder will build it. I've done all of this with just one builder. You don't want to get too many workers too early. It's because one worker will complete the work. It'll just take them a little longer, and if you build up this number too high in the beginning of the game, your town is going to stop, and you're going to end up having to sell all your worker buildings and lose a little bit of money. You don't lose a ton when you have to remove these, luckily, but it is a loss each time you have to do something like that. You can sell your lakes for $5,000 that you get in the beginning. They cost $20,000 to put back. So I sold all my lakes, and I have spent $80,000 to get these 4 lakes back, these little ponds. So just a note: if you absolutely have to, you can sell them, but you're going to want them later on if you're doing any of the farming, and you need to pay a lot to get them back. So that was just my one little look at Farmtown. I'll probably do more videos, and if I am able to earn any money playing this game. See, my boat came back. Got my payment. And if it's something you want to check out, I'll have a link in the bottom. If you sign up with the link, you will get 100 Gala tokens if you play the game. They don't give them to you just for signing up, so you won't get them immediately. I clicked the referral link, and I've been playing for a little while. I actually haven't gotten my Gala. I think it's because the guy who referred me is not playing the game, but I am playing the game. So if you go ahead and come here and join up, you play a little bit, you will at least get your 100 Gala tokens. It's not a lot, but it will be something to get started with as far as having your wallet have some tokens on it. And maybe you like these kind of games, or you're just someone who likes, supporting different projects in crypto where they're making games for people to play and earn a little bit of tokens. So I'll end it right there. Hope you all have a good day. Thanks. Bye.